Welcome back. Well, we know that we're just one day away from April 1st with this wrapping up the month of March. So it's kind of safe to say at this point that spring is really getting into full swing.
And something that often comes along with the spring season, allergies. So that's why we invited a local doctor to join us live to share information that will help keep your allergies from giving you too much trouble this season.
And we all need the help, as much help as we can get at least. Let's say good morning now to Dr. Jason Caldwell. He's a pediatric allergist there at Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Dr. Caldwell.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to talking with you.
Well, this is such an important topic when you're talking about allergies because they impact people of all ages, from kids to adults. And we know that sometimes it can be really those common allergy times that get people really under the weather. Can you sort of talk about the time frame and why it begins when it does?
Well, seasonal allergies, which are to the pollens and molds and things like that, are typically spring, summer, and fall. And the plants that cause these are trees in the spring, grasses in the summer, and we also have weeds that come up in the fall. Spring seems to be the largest, spring seems to have the largest impact on people because during the winter there aren't many allergens out there, and then the spring starts when they're symptom free and people feel like their allergies are very severe at the start of spring, and this year that was early February.
Early February. Okay, so here we are, like we mentioned, April 1st is tomorrow. Have you seen any comparisons as far as this time of year compared to, last year's allergy season?
Well, that's always an interesting question I get. I hear from patients almost every single year that this is the worst season ever. So I'm not really sure how to quantify which one is the worst season. I mean, if you look at the weather and how things happen, like in this year, for instance, we had a pretty warm February and things started to bloom early, but then we did have some cold spells which may have calmed things down. So it just depends on your allergies and your sensitivity and also your perception, but definitely spring is when we see our complaints coming in.
And one thing that's really important is Dr. Caldwell is telling the difference between having allergies and maybe being under the influence of having an actual cold, because they have to be treated just a little bit differently. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. I think that a cold, for one thing, colds can cause fevers, and allergies will not cause fevers. I think that the ocular symptoms that you get or your eye symptoms are common with allergies and not necessarily viral infections, although they can overlap. And it would also be the sudden onset. If you're not having onset of symptoms at the beginning of spring, if you're spring allergic, and all of a sudden you have onset, say in March or April, it might be more likely to be a virus.
And when we're talking about those treatment options, we know that sometimes using over-the-counter medication can be really helpful, but there are so many variations out there. I've experienced my own allergies, and I know that Zyrtec works for me, but for other people, it might be something else like Flonase that works best for them. Can you sort of talk about how important it is to differentiate between the two and find what works best for you?
Yeah, actually right now, one of the first line therapies is changed to Astelin or azolastine, which is also over the counter. It's a direct antihistamine to the nasal area because it's in a spray. But I've always used Flonase very liberally for people with allergies, and I think it's one of the better medicines to control the inflammation that you get with allergies. And then there are also the over-the-counter antihistamines, which many people go to, but they may not control your symptoms completely, and you may need a combination. And that's certainly something an allergist could help you with if you needed it.
Yeah, that's good to know. And then also, what is the process like to even find out what people are allergic to? How do we get started?
Well, the first thing would be to ask for a referral to an allergist, and then one of our mainstays of diagnosing allergies would be skin testing.
Okay.
We could also do serum testing or blood testing to find out what you're allergic to, and we have panels that are designed for this particular region and area.
Dr. Caldwell, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you for your time. And for everyone at home, you can find more information on allergies by visiting the website on your screen, wakehealth.edu. We will also have this segment posted on triadcw.com for you to share later today. Getting a check on those